Hello, everyone, and welcome back into another episode of the Bet on Me podcast. It is Friday, September 30th, 2022. Let's just go right ahead and talk about last night's game. Tua Tagovailoa going down. I don't think anybody really wanted to see that. We're not going to talk about and glorify what happened, but, we're just really, really glad that, they said Tua was heading home with the team and, he's moving around and he's good. So, I know there's a lot of speculation right now on, you know, the Dolphins and, misuse of protocol and all that. But let's just hope Tua gets back healthy because, we're all out here betting on these games and, we look at this as it's a huge game and, we're trying to make money off this. And these guys make a lot of money to play this dangerous game. But let's all remember this is very dangerous. It's people's lives. You know, I just wanted to say that because even, I really didn't tweet a lot about it yesterday. I know a lot of people were tweeting stuff about it. I didn't choose to go that route. I just figured I'd come on the show here and, say my piece about it because, I'm a big fan of sports. You guys, I don't know if you could tell, run the podcast and everything, but yeah, huge fan of sports. Been watching for a very long time. Huge fan of football and uh, was actually telling my wife last night that, I've seen that happen a lot over the years of playing the game. Not often, but it happens, and it's just really good news that he's back, and you just hate it for the game. So we're not going to get into the bets that didn't hit for us last night because really could give a shit less about the money that we lost, the money we didn't win. I will say this: I think if Tua plays that game, I think it's a lot closer than it was. That's why I really don't want. I really, there's nothing you can do about that. Teddy Bridgewater stepped in. He did a great job playing, but I think if Tua plays that game, you have a different outcome. Maybe the Bengals still win the game, but I think the Dolphins finish a lot closer. But you know, just thinking about Tua and hope he gets better. Really want to see him back out on the field, but most importantly, want to see him healthy. We're going to go ahead and move on to tonight. We got college football. We've got NFL football coming up this weekend. And tonight we were looking at Tulane and Houston, and I've got a few that I actually like. We'll go ahead and take a look here at them. San Diego State, Boise State, and Washington and UCLA are playing. These are some late games right here. It looks like Boise's playing at 8 o'clock, and the Washington game, of course, out there on the west. We're over here on the east, here in East Tennessee. Got Knoxville here in the background. That's why, baby, repping the hometown where we were born and raised, right across the street from Neyland Stadium. The hospital doesn't stand where I was born, but I was born in St. Mary's, right across the street from Neyland Stadium, right there on the Tennessee River in Knoxville, Tennessee. God damn, it feels good to be in I'm sorry, guys. Just gets my blood pumping when I think about it. Like I'm from here, so that's why that's right here behind me. If anyone ever wonders that to watch the podcast. Anyway, that's kind of late because we're on the East Coast. That's on the West Coast. If you're watching on the West Coast, hi, thank you very much for watching. But you guys are going to be able to check that out and have no problem. I'm going to have to drink some coffee and stay up late to watch this game because I'm definitely going to get a bet in on it. Also, talking about this Tulane and Houston game kicking off at I believe 7 o'clock, and yeah, those are the three that I'm looking at right there. I know UTSA is playing Middle Tennessee State. Middle Tennessee State, didn't they get like a big win last week? I'm pretty sure they did. They beat somebody that they shouldn't have. But that's college football, and I apologize for not knowing who they played last week. But I don't keep up with all the small schools like that. And that's not a slight at anybody, but I probably need to. I'll actually probably take a look at that game tonight and see how it goes. Hopefully, it's a good one. But Tulane and Houston, I was looking at the numbers and looking at stuff, and guys, I know what everyone out there is thinking that watches the channel, watches the bets, watches the TikTok, watches the Instagram, watches the Twitter. They're like, this guy is a fucking hack. He hasn't hit shit. I was hitting parlays like crazy. Now it's shifted over to football season. Last football season, I did good. Hockey season, I do good. So I think that I'm going to be taking the over of 53.5 on the Tulane and Houston game. That's the only line that I like in that one. And I'll tell you exactly why, because the analytics that I like to use, guys, is letting me know that most of the money is on, you guessed it, the under of 53.5. Also, I believe, yeah, I mean, that's just, yeah, the Boise State San Diego State game is a funny looking one if you're looking at the numbers and stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and ride with this one right here on. Let's see what it's at right now. This is what it opened at. It opened at 41, and it's now 38.5. So we are going to be riding that over in that one. We think it goes over 38.5. If you can get a little bit under that, that would be cool. Go ahead and drop it under that. And we're putting these bets in like while we're talking to you guys here on the podcast. That's just how we're rolling this Friday. We don't give a shit. This is a fuck it Friday, fucking Friday, a freaking whatever you want to say if you don't curse. Sorry. This is YouTube and oh, excuse me. Eventually we're gonna upload a bunch of these to Apple again. But as for right now, I don't know what the hell we're doing. We're just out here making bets. We're trying to get back on track. We're trying to get a beat on this damn season going on right here in football. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I mean, I know a lot of people have been attacking a lot of things, saying shit's rigged and everything. And I'm not saying anything's rigged, but I'm not going to be dumb and say that the amount of money that is coming in on these games anymore is not swaying them. And I'm not saying like it's FanDuel and DraftKings and the NFL cheating anyone. I mean, there's been instances in the past of guys rigging games that play for them. So remember that, guys. Remember that because there's a lot of money being made out there, like a lot of money being made out there right now in sports gambling, and it is insane. And it's because it's legal now more than it ever has been. And yeah, you never know what's going on, but there are some things that look hinky out there when you're watching these games and you're like, what the hell just happened? What is that? What's the purpose of this? Like what's going on here? That shouldn't have happened. That why did they just like it looks like they purposely just fumbled the ball into the end zone. Shit happens, guys. I don't think they purposely do that. And if some guy out there is shaving points or something like that, he will definitely get found out and all that'll be taken care of. But that's beside the point. Just want to throw that out there because I know a lot of people are giving a lot of people heat who have you know, not everybody's been hitting their parlays and stuff they've been throwing out. And some people are associated with, sites, and then you get called in saying you're working for them, and you're making bets, and it's you're getting people to take them, and you're trying to fuck people, and that's not the case at all, guys. We're all trying to beat the books here. We're all trying to beat the books. They're the ones with the backers and $1 million. We're just trying to beat them and take all their money. So guys, we're trying to make this money for you. I'm trying to make this money. We're all trying to make this money. So tonight, I'm going to take Boise State over 38.5. Okay. We're also going to ride. We're also going to ride. What is it? We're going to ride Washington -3 tonight against UCLA. The game's at 10:30. I don't really have a pick on the total on that one. But when it comes to what I'm looking at as far as the money and the numbers right now, it looks like UCLA is getting a lot of love at home. So I'm gonna take Washington -3. Opened up 3.5. It could be 3.5 right now. I'm not. Let me go ahead and look at that right here. It's 2.5 right now. So I'd go ahead and jump all over that. And yeah, that looks like what we're going to be rolling with tonight, guys. If you guys want to, you can check out the social media over on Instagram and the Twitter. Links down below in the description, guys. We also have write-ups over on Capper Tech with premium picks that you guys will have to unlock before you can read the write-ups and everything. But we're going to do a couple this weekend on some games we got our eyes on a few games. We got some good games finally coming up now that the season's been kicked off and going for a few weeks. We now got some good competition lining up together. So these games coming up this weekend, and even tonight, we got some good ones. I think this Washington UCLA game is going to be really good. So yeah, uh, told you guys my bets there. We got Washington. One more time, we'll go over it. We got Washington minus 2.5 right now as it sits on FanDuel. We got Boise State, San Diego State over 38.5, and then we've got Tulane over 53.5. You can parlay all those together, and it comes out to be like plus 599. I'm probably going to throw, something on that right now and just see what happens with it. I don't know. That's probably the play of the night right there, all three of those, and then take them separately. So, and then we're going to look ahead at the NFL games as soon as, the night is over, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, make sure you're following along over on Instagram. Make sure you're following along over on Twitter. Make sure you head over to Cappertech and get all those pick write-ups. Like I said, we had one the other night, but we're not going to worry about it because of the circumstances that were going on. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting everything we do. And let's get these bets in tonight.